Test, test. Hello, hello, chat. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, chat. Welcome. What's up, chat? Welcome to the stream. Testing microphone. Hold up. I think the mic is a bit low. No, I think that's good. Test, test. Yeah, that's good. That's all right. All right, guys. Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, it's a sad day. Yesterday, I did blow the previous challenge I had. I mean, the previous XFA that I had yesterday. So that last funded account, I just wasn't really following proper risk management, and my mental wasn't really in the right space. So yeah, unfortunately, we lost that one. It's a shame, but you know, we keep on moving on. So it is what it is. Yep, so that's what it is. Look, anyways, today, as we have a look, price action, let's do a quick analysis. Price action, I believe, is coming into the all-time high. Well, it is, we are in this all-time high here. So this line here is the ATH all-time high. I'm gonna make it come over to the right a bit so we can see. So coming into the 4 hour, this is the all-time high. We've sort of had a big run up, long run up for a hot minute. A lot of this is just noise right here. Honestly, these can just sort of hide out for a bit. Haven't gotten around to, you know, sort of getting those done, marked away. But just so we're a bit clearer on things, let's have a look on the price action. Hopefully you can see that, chat. Maybe my camera is a bit in the way. How's that? Okay, that looks better. Okay, so daily. Let's have a look at the daily chart. Oh, things a bit slow. Okay, let's have a look. I don't know why these things keep moving. Anyways, breaker structure. Protected. No close on the monthly. I mean, if we have a look at the monthly, you know, wicked, it swept it, but it didn't close below. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyways, on the daily, let's have a look at what we got. This is a protected low. This is a breaker structure here. Okay, and then, so obviously price is still bullish on the daily. 4 hourly price is still bullish as we approach this protected high, or the all-time high. So we've had some breaker structures here and there. Protected high, protected low, protected low. And this is just sort of the tier 3 leg. All this entire leg here. This is the leg afterwards. There's initial best for longs. Approaching this all-time high, I want to see a sort of change of character on this lower time frame. So if I look at to the 15-minute, we want to see price sweep the protected low. And so as you can see, price hasn't really made that full sweep of the protected low yet. This is the protected low. This is, I guess, the most recent 15-minute breaker structure that's relevant to us, because this was the protected high previously and it's gone up. So let me just see, that's a sort of internal break, but we won't include that for the time being. As you can see, prices reacted off that. So what do we have? Let's have a look. So we have a protected low here, protected high on the 15-minute. Dare I even move it up to there? Bit more reasonable there. So 15-minute, we have reacted off of this sort of low here. As you can see, this internal change of character, price has broken through, and let's just check this. It might sort of be just a sweep for a long continuation. Does close below. Okay, as you can see on the 1 hour, it just sweeps it. It hasn't fully closed it. So realistically speaking, longs are still the more probable trade, realistically speaking. So looking at this, we can potentially look at a long on the 15-minute here. you know, as there's been a strong rejection of this zone, and we will probably take it to like an internal protected high just to be safe. Something like that is viable. I don't know if you guys can see that. Something like that is quite viable right there. Something like this. And protecting a little bit. I think it's on the 30 minute. We protect sort of the the wick. Yeah, the bottom of the candle close or the opening. The bottom of the open of this candle on the 30-minute time frame. And we will take the long up until maybe this protected structure here. Easy, simple, 1.85 risk reward. That is something that's probable. I've already missed the sort of entry setup, its position. But on the lower time frame, it is clearly bearish. So as you can see, internally, we've just had this break. Internal break there. We've made this internal protected low. And we've got an internal protected high. Okay. So, you know, considering this is a pretty solid sweep, you know, this could potentially be the break of this, you know, if we classify this as an internal protected low that's been protected, then this would just be a sweep for it to continue upwards. But if we want to consider this as an internal change of character, meaning that this protected low has been broken and price continues to respect it, then we can look at shorts. So realistically speaking, there's two ways of looking at this, you know. A viable short potential would be something like this. I'm trying to learn how to, as we can see on my data, the last few losses have been due to, you know, tight stop loss and wrong bias, tight stop loss, wrong bias. So it's something to work on. Entry incorrect, bias incorrect. Generally the entry and tight stop loss, sometimes the bias is incorrect, you know. So yeah, all to keep in mind. So in this situation here, yes, we can probably look at something like this. I would risk maybe, yeah, I would want to wait for confirmation. I actually was looking at a little short opportunity here earlier today, something like this here, because there was this break, but I didn't manage to capitalize on it. It was quite a shame. Sort of in this internal break here and came down and made this internal protected low, internal protected high. I was looking for a short here, but look, it would have swept me and whipped me out and closed me, so I didn't have that one, and I wasn't paying attention. I would have waited maybe for the rejection candle here and then maybe take a short off there. That would have done pretty well. Hit that, something like that. That would have been a pretty good trade, but can't be the chart 24/7, you know. So oh well, is what it is. Move on. Don't want to FOMO or, you know, dream about that or whatever. So yeah, that's what we've got today. We sort of just want to sit and wait here.
Yeah,
let
not
this
too
one
much.
marinate.
Like I was seeing if there's
we can
any
listen
big
to what they've
movers
got
and
to say.
shakers, but most of the top components are down just a little bit right now, so nothing huge.
Tesla, man, oh man, Tesla.
We got so far here today. Lagarde is speaking also. I'm not saying mission accomplished, but some of the targets are being reached regarding this ECB meeting. I will report what does hit the wire. Back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie.
Nasdaq still in its first minutes range.
Oh, how about that,
Yeah.
man? 9 minutes. 9 minutes.
Nice.
Same price.
Well, it looks like we've got some news, red news at midnight. Fed Chair Powell speaks today, 11:30 just then. So yeah, we'll see how things fare out. So 12 o'clock and 11:30. We'll keep in mind of those.
Crude from $65, 67 cents. Hope we got a downside target on this trade. What are you guys talking about? Auto lick. What do we think? Auto
Well,
lick.
yeah, that would be nice to have it get buried for the rest of the day. But we did open with a gap. We've closed the gap. We're inside the range from yesterday. The next hurdle would be value acceptance. Value acceptance, EPO-wise, would be down at 65.20. 65.20. So right around, Volume value high 65.15, 65.20. There might be a little bit of a barrier, but if we do mark acceptance inside of that, my eventual target for this short would probably be down around somewhere around 64.80, 64.75.
Hey, on the wire here, little mild biscuit here, Fed Powell. The reason
Sorry.
are standing still on the rates as we went on when we saw the size of the tariffs. He also does say that we think it's prudent thing to do is to wait and learn more. It's off the wire. Back to you.
Okay, yes, Paul speaking indeed. Man, oh man. It's
Here
wild.
for
Like we
longer.
explained yesterday,
Yeah.
really, I'm not surprised. There's a bit of a holding pattern considering we're waiting on the employment data, and then we got the tariff deadline next week on Wednesday.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right.
That'll
July
probably give us a
9th.
lot more certainty as far as what the rate decision might be come the end of July.
Oh man, oh man. So much for summer doldrums. Big day today. Let's get this going. Tesla. So they're beefing right now. Is that what's going on? Anytime they beef, Tesla just gets hammered? Is that
By
pretty
the
much
dip.
the gist of this?
Yep.
By the dip.
I mean, no,
This
not
is
part of that. This is not financial advice, any of it.
no, absolutely incredible. Take a look at the ladder. Jay, any big orders coming in on the ES or Nasdaq lately? I'm taking a look right now. Looks like 50 on the bid, 50 on the
I haven't
ask.
seen anything today, but to start the week, there was Sunday market open and slow markets. There were a couple 400, 500 lots trading in the S&P, in the Nasdaq, and then yesterday in the S&P, there were a couple of thousand lots. I think only one of them traded out. A couple of the 400 and 500 lots in the Nasdaq did trade out in this range before we pushed up. I'm not seeing them today though.
Me neither. Again, last trade 62.38 in the ES. All right, a little bit of selling. I mean a little 22,801 last trade in the Nasdaq. Yeah, we got this Jolt number in about 2 minutes or so. That being said, let's get the tip of the week in here, Eddie. I don't know what the tip of the week is yet. I should probably know this, but
Tip. The
refresh
week.
me, my
Stay
friend.
informed. Yes.
Ooh, I like it.
Stay informed. You know what? Here's the thing. In a sea of nonstop information, a skilled trader doesn't just consume headlines. They filter signals from noise, and we have been seeing a lot of noise. Now, being informed means knowing what exactly moves your market, understanding how data impacts behavior, anticipating how big players might respond, and we see that a lot. It's not about reacting to every tweet or everything we see. It's about building context so your decisions are grounded, not guessed. Remember, charts tell you what happened, news can hint what might happen next. Remember that. Back to you, Andre.
Already made a mistake. Jolts is at the top of the hour. Thank you for the correction, chat. Yes, Jolts top of the hour. S&P Manufacturing PMI final in about 1 minute. I still do not know exactly what that number is. Jack, do you have any idea what S&P Manufacturing PMI final is?
43 minutes for the Nasdaq to break out of that first minute range.
Sure did.
To the
Yes.
downside.
Yep, sell it off here. 22,780 last trade there. ES kind of following suit. 62.36, call it. Yeah, and my manufacturing final. Indeed. All right. This number out of the way, 30 seconds. Nothing on the books right now, or in the on the ladder, that is.
So the PMI, it's a survey of purchasing managers. The
Yep.
Purchasing Managers Index.
Yep. What is that? What are they doing?
It's one of those vibe indicators. They survey the purchasing
Yep.
managers, and then they
Here we
see
go,
how
5
they
seconds.
feel about business activities. They make an index
Thank
out
you.
of it. Let's go.
There you
Prior
go.
52, they're looking at 52. We'll see what happens. And coming in at 52.9, a little better than expected. Once again, here, forecast was 52, previous 52, final actual 52.9 manufacturing PMI final. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you. Pretty much in
Back
line.
in the middle of that range. That wasn't much of
Yup.
a breakout, Hogue.
We didn't get anything. No, it wasn't.
much.
No. Let's see if we crude the moves. Anything moving out there in the chat? I got the 5 markets. I got Nasdaq, ES, gold, crude. I even got the 10-year. What is moving out there? I've seen 10-year moving a little to the. Actually, ask Jay. Jay's got all the markets up. Jay, anything moving out there that you're seeing?
I've been scanning, so the
I'm taking a
currencies
short.
have been.
I'm taking a short a couple of gold here.
Okay.
I was thinking the
Micros.
same thing, Hogue.
Ooh,
Get it.
oh,
Mm,
what are we
I
seeing?
learned
What are we
my
thinking
lesson.
here?
Well, we've got a lot of long overnight inventory, and we just took out the IB low. Initial balance low is 33.57.90. I'm going to see if we can get some legs to the downside here so I can add to this.
Okay. We are in Hogue. Sorry about that. We are.
Oh, yeah, we're in
32,
short 2 micros, 33.57.10.
57.10. Excellent.
If
All
this doesn't play
right.
out, it might be a failed downside auction where we can look for a long. But
Okay. 10 year selling off just a smidge. ES. Can ES get the juice to the upside? 62.40.
Gas and the goose.
Gas in the
You
goose
know,
over at
you know
10
what's
points
moving,
overnight
Dre?
high. What is?
When we opened up, natural gas was down 2.5.
What's it at
We
now?
got nat gas. We got
There you
nat
go. I'm
gas.
back. Nat gas
Okay.
was down 2.5% when we opened up. It's down 4% right now.
Oh.
That market moves. That market
Oh, shoot. Hey,
does move.
Dow's definitely cooking right now. Dow is absolutely cooking at the upside right now. 44,466 just made some new highs out of the gate. Got Dow up about 150 points or so in the last 12 minutes. Dow is definitely cooking. See if the ES or Nasdaq want to follow along with it. But yes, shout out to the chat all over that one. Number at the top of the hour. Here we go. ES finally finding some legs, pushing to the upside. 62.41. Nasdaq, just like Hogue's been saying, got nowhere to go. Hogue, do we got a downside target for this gold trade?
settlement.
What price you got there? Settle 33.
30, 33.0770.
0770. Okay. $50 to go there. Why do you like just a settlement play? Just go test settle? Why do we
Well,
like
I mean, if you look at GC here, I'm going to go back to
Yeah.
the GC. So, I mean, the settlement was all the way down there at 33.0790. We rallied all night long. There's a lot of overnight longs in this market. We closed 2 gaps last night. We traded right to the finish of the upper gap close. You know, our session high is 33.70 half. The gap close was 33.71, so 71.10, so within 6 ticks of it. I'm looking for all this overnight inventory to get a little bit nervous and start to liquidate those longs. We're not seeing it right now. We're holding back above the initial balance low, and in 2 minutes, we're going to see if we close this 30-minute bar above there. Then this trade is no longer valid. I may get out of it even before that because we're not seeing any good price action to the downside. We're seeing buyers coming back into this market as we've seen all night long. We're going to see how this plays.
Ooh, tape bomb on Nasdaq.
Oh, what do we got?
See what we got.
Hey, we got Mr. Paul talking about the solid majority at the Fed expect rate cuts later this year. Straight.
Talk about some currencies. Is this true? You want to talk about the euro and the yen? Is this true?
They've been trending with the dollar weakness. The yen's trending really nicely. The euro's trending really nicely. They're kind of tough for day trades because they kind of take all day. But I mean, this is a yen chart right here, and it's spiking like everything else is kind of right now. So, Coach Paul has been talking about them. He's been trading the euro over the last couple of days and trading them pretty well. So yeah, if you're looking at the Nasdaq getting chopped up, there are other markets out there. I don't suggest scanning 35 different markets to trade, but there's something
Love
moving
it.
out there.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'll tell you that was moving. What's up, Eddie? Man, oh man,
Hey,
let's go.
Fed's Powell says, I can't say if July is too soon to cut rates. I wouldn't take any meeting off the table. It depends on the data. This just hit the wire. Back to you guys.
Huh. Okay. Leaving the
We're,
door
we're
open.
flat
maybe,
gold
Jack?
now. Lost $150 on that. Another jamming Nick.
Interesting.
He's actually, saying it. The sort of where the bonds are trading is sort of already factored in that it's extremely likely that by the end of the year they do cut rates. So that's nothing new. I believe that's the first time I've heard Powell even muse about cutting in July.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're getting a rally here. Coming up on the 6,200 in the SPX.
Okay, let's trade. Okay, in the 62.46, now 47's trade, closing on overnight highs 62.50. Call it recession highs. About 3 points to go there. Nasdaq finding some buying as well, coming up against overnight view at 22,825. Dow very, very strong. Continue to make new highs in the Dow 44,532. Heavy long tilt playing out. Oh, here we go. Speaking of heavy long tilt, 78% long in the ES, 74% long in the Nasdaq right now as we continue to push higher. Again, 78% long on the ES, average price 62.41. So they are in the money. 77% long in the Nasdaq now. Average price 22,815. They're in the money as well. Closing in on those highs. About a point and a half to go. And number
long
is
gold
9.
now.
All right, what price?
Failed downside auction. I don't like it because I mean we have jolts coming out here in just a few minutes, but
Yeah,
we're currently
8
long.
more minutes.
Yep,
8 minutes.
long 3,
Not
33.59.60.
Now taking a run north big time. Also Russell running north hard.
Huh? Cooking
Right here,
cooking
right now, 6,200 in the SPX.
Got some more comments here. Hot biscuits here. Your U.S. short-term interest rate futures rise after the Fed chair says he can say.
Chat. Well, considering what's going on at the moment with this price action and the news that's going on about, look, I really want to take a short at this position at this internal protected high. We've got, an initial sweep here of that liquidity. Initial sweep there. Becoming the inducement, or I guess the sort of area that price wants to head towards before continuing the lower time frame trend continuation. Now, because this is at a sort of internal protected structure or a protected structure at all, even though it's downtrending, even if it's going down, it is a sort of, a whole price action range here at this sort of protected structure, which is a bit more risky because it's these areas are where price tends to sort of respect and continue up generally, or vice versa. If price is heading up top, this is where price would tend to respect and continue down if there was a protected high of some sort. So because this is at protected structure, I'm going to wait for confirmation. However, I'll be realistic with you. Shorts are sort of on the table here, especially because, we've been heavily extended in this 4 hour break of structure leg. It is due for a pullback, and we're hitting this all-time high. Let's not forget this ATH protected high. So, I wonder what the hotkey shortcut for this is. Anyways. And in this entire leg, it is this one is, in that premium range. So as you can see, above 50%, up there, above 50%, and below is discount. So shorts are more probable in the premium range, but we are sort of an internal protected high. I mean, internal protected low. This internal chalk here. Just for ease of simplicity, I'll do that. Okay, because it hasn't, officially chalked. But yeah, we'll consider this. People are, look at that, 76% of people are in longs and 40% are green. So looks like some of them are starting to lose out. Anyways, we'll continue to hear what they got to say, the others.
Filled at 819.
Mhm.
And there's It looks like this morning there was another trade there, about 400 contracts in a second traded in that range, 810s up to 820s. So someone's doing a lot in this range right here.
5
Right.
minutes on the numbers.
5 minutes on the
Remember, this is
numbers.
prime time of the calendar for Fed speakers to do their speaking. They have a blackout period of, I believe, 2 weeks before the Fed announcement. So they gotta get speaking while the speaking's good. We'll expect to hear a lot from them.
Oh, love it. Let's see how this tilt plays out going into the number. And got jolts on farm week, condensed week, holiday week. Yes, Friday markets are closed. Top Sub TV will not be on the air. But we got non-farm on Thursday. Non-farm Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is
Short
Thursday a
week.
half day trading wise?
Thursday, you gotta check the regular trading hours,
Yeah, I
I
think
do
so.
believe,
Regular trading hours?
right?
Okay.
Huh?
Thursday,
Yeah,
yes.
Rumors
Thursday's
is
regular
half
trading
day.
hours.
Is it regular? Okay.
Trading
I just checked.
on-
I'll double check.
All right, yes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3
Maybe we
minutes.
can break
3 minutes.
50 points from top to bottom here in the New York session, and we went what 20 points below the opening range and 20 points above, and we're sitting here right back in the middle.
of it.
All right, early close on Thursday.
Nice.
Mm-mm.
Thank you, chat.
How about that? Thank you, chat.
That's
know
that's
that.
teamwork,
that.
man.
I should know that, but yeah. It's a
Yeah,
day-to-day
both.
thing around here.
Actually,
We're
it's
still
It's
on
called
Tuesday.
presence. It's called living like in the present, Andre.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are.
Thursday
Yes,
doesn't
indeed.
concern me.
No, it does not. Let's get through Tuesday. Trust me.
Equities are the only early close.
Okay. Still got that long tilt in ES and Nasdaq. Seeing a little bit of selling. A little, I mean a little. Gold grinding higher. Crude found its happiest place at $65.42. Nasdaq 22,815. Couldn't really pick a direction one way
Nope.
or another. This jolts in about 2 minutes. We got Powell speaking. We got big announcements here. President and a roundtable discussion. That's not for another hour. We got Alex Ferreira joining us today. Very excited for that. A lot going on right now. A little selling here in the Dow. About off 80 points or so. 44,487. No trades for Mr. Dakota. No trades for Jay on fast markets, that is. I like the patience. Patience a lot.
Man,
Right, Eddie.
right back in
All
the middle.
right.
Yeah, about a minute.
A couple months ago,
20 here.
Jolt's got us rocking. Jolt's got us moving. Job openings,
Remember-
correct, Jack? These are job openings.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
exactly. Jolt.
important
We
this
also
time.
have ISM at 9
Oh.
a.m. as well.
Okay.
Manufacturing PMI.
And construction spending.
Oh, shout out. Yes.
Shoot it out of a cannon.
We're talking
Yeah,
yellow
Jolt will
numbers
be
now.
Yeah, we're
closely
talking
watched.
Need something.
Uh-huh. Let's take a look at the 10-year. 10-year do anything? How's I even move the 10-year anymore, really? Kind of left the door open for rate cut. I mean, kind of. Obviously, data dependent. Yada, yada, yada. Gold grinding a little higher here. Now the big mover out of the gates in this first 30 minutes of the trade. 62.44 last trade. ES 22,813. I've been saying that price a lot in the Nasdaq. Gold 33.64. Crude $65.42. House account short about 25 cents higher from here.
15 seconds.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds here. Job openings are looking at 7.3, 7.4. Manufacturing PMI, they're looking at 48.8, prior 48.5.
The market is open.
And
Ooh, Dios mío.
Coming in here. It's coming in at 7 point, I'm going to say 7.8, 7.769. Jolt's much higher than expected. Also, manufacturing PMI, they were looking at 48.8, very close, 49.0. And construction spending, they were looking at negative 0.2%, coming in at negative 0.3%. The new orders index ISM coming in at 46.4, and the employment index coming at 45. They were looking at 47, a little lower than that. Next on the docket here, got about an hour here. Trump at the round table. Back to you, Andre.
All right. So 10-year still
Nothing.
selling off here. New lows in the 10-year. I saw a bit of a pop in the yields. Take a look at the prices. Not a whole lot moving just yet. So that being
Wow.
said, let's get right into it. Huge moment here. Huge day here at Top Step. I want to bring in Gabe. Gabe, come on in. Let's tell the people the news. This is awesome. Let's do this.
All right. What's up, Dre? Good morning, everybody. It is a big day here at Top Step, and we have some exciting things to announce. So 1 year ago, we launched Top Step X as the ultimate trading experience. We weren't just building another order entry platform. We wanted to build a platform that brings our mission to life and gives traders the tools and features that they need to help them reach their goals. Since the start of the year, 82% of new traders here at Top Step chose Top Step X. Their pass rate's nearly twice as high, and they're taking home a little over $800 more in payouts on average. And that's why, as of today, we've decided to make the decision to go all in with Top Step X as the only supported platform here at Top Step. So a couple things I want to go through before I pass it off to Andre and MP is the timeline of how we are rolling it out. So nothing is happening today. This will be a phased transition, and we're doing it in a way that gives traders time to prepare. So from now until July 6th, nothing changes yet. All platforms are still supported. As of July 7th, all new trading combines will be purchased on Top Step X only. All current platforms outside of Top Step X can still reset and trade as usual. And all active funded accounts, whether it's Express or Live, will continue trading as usual. Starting August 1st, all new trading combines and reset purchases must be done on Top Step X only. All active accounts continue trading as usual on all other platforms, whether it's a combine, Express funded account, or a Live funded account. Until you break out of that account, you will continue to be able to trade on that. But that's it for the timeline. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to the head honcho himself and Andre. They're going to talk a little bit more about the stats and why, the direction, the vision, and where we're headed from here. But thank you, guys. Off to you.
Right. Thank
Oh,
you,
wow.
Gabe.
Oh, wow.
Let's
What
bring
up?
him in. There he is.
Very, very
That's
exciting.
interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Let's hear what they say.
The easiest of things, but the numbers don't lie. Let's
Numbers
get right
don't.
into
Yeah.
it.
You know what? We've had 15 plus different platforms for 15 years. 15 platforms for 15 years. There's I'm going to get into the whole thing here on all the platforms. Great, you know, to each their own. I used to always say, hey, bring your bat ball and glove, whatever platform you're comfortable with. Let us know and we'll make it available. So that was like really like the first, I don't know, 15 years. And how is Top Step X performing? We put it out there. We met the Project X guys. We invested in the Project X guys, and we said, build us Top Step X and make it its own experience for our community, because no other platform at all was building anything for the prop industry. Nobody was building anything. And we've been doing this for 15 years, and no hate on any of those platforms. They're all great. You know, if you have a brokerage account, they're great. But for our prop firm, we needed something more dialed. And Project X came to us. Casey McIntosh over there, president of it, is awesome. Has traded everywhere, knows everything about trading. And they said, hey, I got the team and I got the roadmap that you guys can design for us for Top Step X. And that's where we got the white label and Top Step X. And then we said, hey, let's see how this goes. So that was the see how it goes type of thing. And that see how it goes has been a year of seeing how it goes. And 82% of folks are choosing it. I'm going to go data set from January this year to today. Is it today? Yeah. The first H1 data set. Traders are all here. You guys think data. This isn't just fluff. Oh, it's the next thing. It's the futures of futures trading. But we're not using fluff talk. We're going to go to you guys with data and bring data to you guys because we have seen this. Now, there will be people that will be like, oh, I don't want to change platforms. That's fine. You don't have to. But at Top Step, we're moving forward with Top Step X as our sole platform. Why? Because more people are taking larger payouts. The pass rate's higher. 80% of people that I mentioned are choosing it. So that isn't even our only platform, and people are already choosing it. Where's the stats? Here we go. Pass rates almost twice as high, 86% higher. So you guys can knock anybody be like, oh, it's stupid. Guys, we're in it to help you become better traders. These other platforms, again, have not built these things. So that being said, Project X built these things, and now we're seeing pass rates that are higher. We're seeing bigger payouts. These are the payouts, the average payouts. $3,250 for a Top Step X trader. It's almost $1,000 more. It's like $850 or something like that. For versus other platforms. I got other ones, and this is all the prop owners out there. All the prop owners out there. We get a third less support inquiries from Top Step X. Third less. So that's really exciting. So let's see, what else did I got?
MP, I
got a
got some
bunch
more
of-
stats to add onto the payout
Yeah,
for you if you want.
I figured you would too. Yeah.
Yeah, all
Give
good.
him
So
a timeline.
yeah, I got you. So I'll go back to the timeline in a second, but on the conversation of statistics and payouts. So this is all, once again, data derived from January 1 of this year to now.
Yeah.
On average, Top Step X traders actually earn their first payout 5 days faster, in 12 days
Yeah,
on
that's
average versus 17 in other platforms. Another really great statistic. Also, average winning days are about $150 larger on Top Step X. So I could associate that with maybe potentially the lockout feature could be something that's helping with that. That's major in comparison to other platforms out there. And then about 50% of the time, traders using Top Step X have more winning days in general compared to only about 40%. So you're seeing these increases in pretty necessary, efficient processes and ways of improving their trading, right? Sharpening the stone, doing, like you talk about jab, 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 right? So becoming 1% better every day. This is the platform that is really equipping traders to be able to get 1% better every day. And I think that that's the stats speak for themselves purely.
Look, I traded on T4. I traded on T4 for 25 years.
Yep.
Remember that, Dre? When I said,
sure
hey,
do.
it took me, and I wasn't going to jump over the Project X platform right away because we just started our working with them in a relationship. And yes, we're investing in them. We have an interest in them. And they're creating a Top Step X experience for us. They'll probably create their own experiences for other prop firms out there if they want to create their own experience. But we wanted to create our own. So again, that wasn't being built, and we wanted a better way to do things. The manual lockout button, the tilt that was put in there. We're getting other things like bracket orders and alerts are coming in July. So that brings us up to some of the other platforms that have alerts or bracket orders. We have position brackets right now that I use all the time, but the majority of people do. But change is not, what is it, like 20-something% of folks are trading on other platforms here at Top Step. So change isn't, I get it. It's going to be frustrating, but like if you've been dating the same person and that same person hasn't helped you become better, it's time for a change because we're trying to, and we're going to keep like knocking this like, hey, here's what it's doing here. Here's what it's doing here, data wise. Because we looked at it and we're like, why would we list any other platform? Why would we do that? Why would we have 15 different platforms? Does Robinhood have 15 different platforms? Does Interactive Brokers? Does TradeAvate? TradeAvate does. Yeah, TradeAvate doesn't. They have their own. Does you keep going? TD Ameritrade and all that kind of stuff. So now these are brokerages. All right, prop firms. A prop firm that lists every other platform has to support every other platform. It has to have questions from every other platform, and it has to reply and know and have specialists and subject matter experts for every platform. That is too difficult to do. And when we have 82% of people choosing this platform, and then you have the stats that their days are bigger, they're getting to payouts quicker, their pass rates better than the other ones. There's less tickets. That's good for us because there's less tickets, but it's also good for you because you figure out things really quickly. You don't even need to inquire. What do we got? Average winning trade, almost $40 high. Just an average winning trade. And this is a data set from January to today, pretty much. But the average winning trade that traders are putting up on Top Step X is $40, is higher. Now we're getting, I'll be sharing other stats too as we go along, so I don't want to throw a shitload of stats at you guys. The main ones is like the average payout is bigger. Pass rates are almost twice. So like we're going to lean in on the best. It's what we have to do. We don't have any control or ability to add anything to any other platform's roadmap. And we're trying to build things for you guys. And when we build things for you guys, it's good for us too. It helps you guys become better traders, get better, healthier habits, and grow to all a live funded trader. And eventually, maybe you move on to a brokerage firm with us. I don't know. So the stuff like that is kind of where we're really headed. And to be headed in a direction, we gotta focus on what's best. So bringing your bat ball and glove that you're used to, that platform concept that I've said for 15 years. Now it's like, hey, we got a bat ball and glove that's performed the best in the league of other platforms. This is the one we're going to offer, and we're going to make sure this one gets dialed in with weekly to monthly, easily monthly, solid big releases on risk management assistance. Risk 100%. Management assistance. These are things that like manual lockout. There's a ton of other stuff that we're already working on. I know the roadmap for TopStep X, and it's a bunch of stuff that's really going to help you guys manage your risk. Everybody needs a little help managing their risk. And maybe that managing your risk has helped a lot of these guys put more money in the pockets, get funded quicker, and all that kind of stuff. So think about that too. So that's all being said. We're excited about it. There will be like pushback and people say, hey, I don't want it. And you're trying to control everything. No, we're just trying to focus on what's best. The number one thing, when we focus on one thing and do it very well, it's a win for everybody.
It is.
So that's a big thing. And we're really excited about it. Nothing changes for anybody right now. This very moment, nothing changes. It's pretty much what, July 7th, Gabe? Are you on here?
There's a transition, yes. Come on in.
Yeah, July 7th.
Gabe.
July 7th, you won't be able to sign up for any new trading combine with any other platform, with another platform. After August 1st, you won't be able to reset on any other platform. So anything new. So basically September, like everything will be on TopStep X. Everything, wherever you're at in the program, stays business as usual. So don't worry about that. All the way to the funded level, the guys that are at the live accounts will stay on the live accounts. So yeah, that's it. I think, there's maybe some questions in here you guys are grabbing or not, but that's the riff.
I got Gabe, if you want to do the timeline one more time, and I got a couple questions. I'm pulling here. Go ahead, Gabe.
Thanks, MP. So, Andre, overall, I think the biggest confusion, or what we want to really make very clear, is that like MP said, no matter where you are in the journey, whether you're in a trading combine, express funded account, or live funded account, it's not like you're about to get booted from the platform that you're currently trading on. You're going to be able to finish out the life of that account, no matter how long that is. The real phasing out is going to be new purchases. So as you see here, now through Sunday, nothing changes. You can continue doing everything you're doing, trading, and you're still supported. Monday, July 7th, of course, is when new trading combine purchases are limited to TopStep X only. All platforms can still purchase resets and continue to trade as usual. And of course, funded accounts continue to trade as usual. And then last but not least, you have Friday, August 1st, where all trading combines and reset purchases will only be TopStep X. But once again, all active accounts, regardless of the platform you're on, can continue to trade. So you're really not being pressured or blocked or prevented from being able to continue trading with the platform that you're on now. It's mainly, where is our support going to shift their focus so you can get the support that you're looking for quicker, which is excellent. And then in addition to that, focusing on the platform that we have the ability to continue to build out and give you the tools that you are asking for, compared to using platforms that are archaic and not doing anything to improve the user experience. But that's what I got for you guys.
100%. Feature request. That question mark on the column to the left. Feature requests directly to us, to our devs. Feature requests. Vote up, vote down.
Yeah.
Get to the front of the line. It's nonstop. Michael, I got a question for you from Trader Mike. Why do you feel those stats are what they are? In other words, what about TopStep X causes people to have higher average trades, payouts, etc.? What is it about TopStep X?
Well, what in the Twitter cesspool world of just people spitting out there, there's some good. There's a lot of good in there of what people are doing, and I like to cling on to that. Lots of people use a manual lockout. Like honestly, how many people have had a $1,000 winning day and turned it into a $2,000 losing day? If you have, then you need some help, and that help can be found in Top Step X, and that could be used, or that's the manual lockout that you can use if you're up 1,000 and you're like, you know what, I'm up 1,000. Or if you're, trailing, you're up 1,000. You're like, I want to keep 500 of this, and I want to keep trading. You have all these risk management features put into here that are way more robust than anybody else out there. And this, to me, I think would help. It would help me. I know that. I know that for a fact. That it would
Oh yeah, I use that at
Some
heaps.
folks
I
have
use the
asked
lockout
too,
heaps. You guys know that. I always use a
Project X
lockout.
supports, so they support Quant Tower. You'll still be able to trade Quant Tower. So that'll be one in here. But the primary focus is Top Step X for Top Step community, because we want to get that features and those things built that you guys are telling us to build into the platform. And that's kind of the big thing that I would lean into if I were you, is the fact that you have the ability, like Andre said, to put a feature request in here, let us know what it is, and if it gets upvoted, that's the votes we're looking at, and we're saying, hey, Project X, you guys make that, put it at the top of the list, or actually put it in Q4 and build it out in Q4 because these other ones are better. Allows us to help prioritize that list that you guys helped create. No other platform's doing this. They're all transactional based platforms, which is okay. Like this, we want to make the ultimate trading experience. How do we make the ultimate trading experience? We got to be able to get the feedback from you and then implement it into the platform, not 15 different platforms, one platform. So that's really where it's leaning into, and 82% of you are already on it. So it's just going to get better and better. What you see right now, a year from now.
All right, chat. Well, prices come into this sort of point of interest that I've looked at. Just gonna quickly find the correct POI. I should have done it before, but oh, that's not what I wanted. Rectangle. Here we go. Alt Shift R. They reckon. Alt Shift R. Okay, we have tapped into it. I'm going to look at potentially waiting, maybe just for a bit more confirmation. Like I said, this is an internal protected low, and I'd rather get an entry like here, to be honest, after it's showed a good rejection, than to take something prematurely. So even with this, I don't know, I still don't want to jump in too soon. I've been burnt too many times, and we are at this sort of junction. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that might have been the entry. See. We will see. Don't know how accurate this is. 72% people in long still. I wonder how often this updates. Well, we definitely have the rejection. Question is, can we find an entry? I'm going to set a limit sell 15, 500, 1000. If it comes back up, hopefully it triggers me in for a sell. If not, then we would have missed it, and I'm not going to find my win. $15. Okay, what's the stop loss? 20. Make it around 20 points. Oh well. Well, it definitely seems to have been the fucking entry. $15 times 2 is 30. 30 times 20 points. Yeah, it's at 500. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good rejection candle.
You know, the handle doesn't. We have the ability with this one platform to say, hey, if there's an issue with this platform, you don't see this with any other platforms where we're like, hey, we had an issue from this time to this time for 15 minutes or an hour, or it has never been an hour, but like for 15 minutes, it was like we were getting bad data or it was skippy or something like that. That happens with any platform. We're actually working with Project X guys, and we're like, hey, give everybody who had a winner, let them keep it. And everybody who had a loser, remove it. That's another great thing, ability that we're able to do with this platform that we can't do with any other platform. So again, that's just something that we're leaning into to help make your experience better. And then in general, the performance stats that we're sharing, hopefully you can see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
MP,
Also,
can I share one more thing here, Dre?
Go ahead, Gabe. Yeah,
You cool
please.
with that? So I had a buddy, shout out to Tyler. So one of my best friends that I've known for 8 years just got into trading literally as of like 45 days ago. He tried Top Step, of course, because obviously I'm biased, but I referred it to him. But on top of that, the Top Step X was the platform that he chose. And it is by far, and take it from those that have experienced switching to it or trying it as their first platform in general, it's one of the most user-friendly platforms you'll ever learn how to use. It's, once again, it's got so many great features. The layout of where things are and where to find them, I think it's really well done. But Tyler was able to pass his first combine within his first 30 days of being on the platform. He had zero trading experience, zero platform experience. And the dude just got comfortable within like a week. And then it took him about 2 weeks to pass his first combine. But that platform in general is just, it's much easier to learn rather than some of these other more extensive kind of art, I like to call.
Dang, chat, that is pretty hard to see. If we had gotten in earlier, if we had gotten in earlier, we would have hit that 2.17 risk to reward.
Also, throughout the entire summer,
Very hard to watch.
Top Step X tutorials on TV, on YouTube channel, so stay with us. We know Asia's an easy guard. Let's get right back to these markets because markets are moving a little bit here. Michael, that's cool. I want to take a look at some of these prices. 62.44 last trade in the ES. Take a look at the Nasdaq, 2,792, and you're continuing to sell off just a smidge. And house account is short. 5 micro proof, $65. 67 cents, about 30 cents in the money. Those heavy long tilts in ES and Nasdaq. Jack, Coda, Jay, any trades you got your eyes on?
I'm long on Nasdaq right now. I'm long on Nasdaq 2287.
I'm gonna take the long here.
I'm long on one lot.
The reason why is it's sort of a range trade, and reason why is because this will be a range trade. I'm going to just adjust my stop loss there, and I'm going to be targeting that. So we've got this sort of range trade here going, or I guess this protected, this sort of area here, internal protected low, and I'm going to target this protected high up here.
Would have felt good. Going to go to Hogue real quick. Update on the crude trade, 65.60. We're looking to try to get beefy 65.20, about 15 cents to go. Some more.
Here we are. So we missed the first initial short, but what we are going to do is take this a long trade. at this internal protected low of this sort of channel here.
Still looking for the market to kind of go back into value from yesterday. Here's that 30-minute chart. So we're really looking to see if we can get back into value from yesterday down around the 65.20. We're going to have to hold below this initial balance low a little bit better if we push this 30-minute chart. I believe a failed downside auction. We traded right to the 200 session moving average on the 30-minute chart. Back inside range, but maybe rejecting a little bit of value. We're going to keep an eye on this trade and see if we can hold this price below the initial balance low on the turn of 30 minutes. See what happens.
Eddie's, if I got you there, is Paul still speaking? I'm seeing the tenure continue to sell off just a smidge. Is Paul speaking? Let's get over there. See some selling here on the Nasdaq. But anything
Okay, well, there is the first loss of this account.
Latest thing he did say was maybe about 5 minutes ago.
After missing that initial short, I guess it's sort of filling out what lower time frame is saying with this sort of 3-minute channel here. And this short is going to go probably sweep this internal protected low. If I was to take another long, it would be from that position on this internal protected low as well. So we'll see how price plays out here. But honestly, this could be the point where it continues falling down. So I might consider one more long from here and then call it a day, because missing that first initial short was tough to swallow. Now we'll keep an eye on this. I'm going to keep an eye, make sure, just like this time, if there is a rejection candle, then I will take the long from there. So we'll see how this plays out.
First update features. Yep.
I'm still processing the announcement. I'm like on a delayed. Top Step is
You're on our delayed data feed.
Yeah, I'm on the delayed data feed. Top Step X.
Those days.
Its 1 year anniversary was like a month ago, right?
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yep.
It's still crazy to think that it's a year old.
The cool part about it, Dakota, is the fact that I talked to you guys and I talked to guys when we were in Chicago, and of course I look at the feature request. It's just like, oh, I'm still off.
New lows, Nasdaq. Yep.
We're able to build things that are just like, we're able to talk to you within the platform eventually, using your data to help push it back to you. Where bracket orders will be there, the things that kind of like, hey, this other one has ATM strategy, that will be there next month. Alerts.
Yep.
So all the things you have on other platforms will already be there. It's all this risk management assistance. The future is really about, thank you for like Robinhood and Top Step and every discount brokerage firm for letting everybody have access to the markets. Let everybody have access to the markets. But if you don't know what you're doing or have risk management, like respect or consciousness or discipline, then you're really not helping folks out. So you want to get the experience, but also have some risk management assistance help in there. Somebody goes, if anybody needs help with their risk, is just a bad trader. Well, no, not. There's things that help you become a better trader by just like Coach Jay, just manually locking it out. When you manually lock it out, you like kind of dilute, and it actually evaporates FOMO because you're like, I can't do anything right now, so I'm just gonna watch. And I'm already and I can still see green all day long as I watch. That's a good feeling. So trading less, locking yourself out more, things like that. You don't see other brokerage firms or platforms
slowing down,
tell you to slow you down, things like that. Like these are all very, very, very good. And anybody tells you to speed up, they're transactional based business.
Order
model.
filled.
So
I think that's kind of just the environment that people are used to. There was a question in the chat. I didn't get to see who wrote it down, but they said, this sounds counterintuitive. Why are you helping people make more money?
Yeah, people have said that before. Like, guys, we move you to live, and eventually you might have another option to take that live and earn all your takeout profits somewhere that's under our umbrella as well, that we can help you and help you stay on the right track, going from a prop firm to a brokerage. Like, nobody ever helped me in my brokerage. I kept
Nope.
depositing money to the tune of almost $100,000. Nobody ever stopped me and said, you should practice a little bit. You should actually prove yourself a little bit. Actually, you should take
Order filled.
payouts as a prop trader before,
filled.
and then maybe go to your personal brokerage account. Nobody ever did that to me. So we are going to take this route. It's a longevity win when you actually care about helping a trader. When you actually care about helping a trader. That's why I'll get on my rants and stuff like that, because we actually care about helping a trader. Yes, it's good for our business when we help you, and it's good for you when we help you, and it's good for the industry that we help make a better live trader that's going to provide liquidity. And now we start making those algos and the big prop firms, the algo ones and high frequency, make them work a little harder, guys, because we're all a little bit smarter, a little bit more
Hell yeah.
talented. Or we lock up $1,000 and we don't give it back to the market in this zero-sum game world. So all this stuff, and that's why we're going to show you guys with the data. If you're not open to the data, fine, but the data does tell us what's working for people in our community, and that's where we're really leaning into. So enough on that. That's what I got for you guys.
You know what I like, MP? This should
what?
help support.
600
a
lot
right?
Nasdaq, 600 lot upside, 22,775 offered 600 times, 800 times now offered 800 times,
779.
779 offered 800 times Nasdaq. Were those filled? Let's get
Pulled
pulled.
it. Pulled
Okay.
it.
Hold it.
Big 800 lot just jumped in there. Last trade in the Nasdaq,
There's like 30
22,700.
of them that
filled.
traded out.
Okay, and they pulled it
Yeah.
there. Okay, again, 800 lot on the
But I don't-
offer. Just popped in there. Let's take a look at the ES. Keep an eye out for that. Don't see the 800 lot Nasdaq. My, oh my.
I'm still trying to wrap my head
VIX
around
below
that
17.
question. Why would we want to help people make money? That's the goal, right?
Why would you want to be somewhere where people weren't making that? Even if you think we're full of shit, like, at least we're moving towards that. And we're not full of shit. We're delivering for 15 years on helping. Johnny's been there helping traders for 15 years. Eddie Horn has been there for 15 years helping people. Happy 15th anniversary, Eddie, by the way.
Thank you very
So,
much.
like, guys, it's good. It's always been good. Feeding feeding people the ability to create bad habits. How does that create anything good that's long and lasting?
Hmm.
I mean, bad habits, even you're dying early in your own life with bad habits that you form.
Traditional prop space. Traditional prop space. There's no such thing as slow down. It was you need more.
Order
Go ahead.
filled.
Keep trading. Keep trading. Keep trading. Keep trading. Rarely do they have you slow down. That was just not the name of the game back then. Where's that 800 lot? That 800 lot has showed back up way up there. It's back in the 80s.
They're trying to
I guess.
sell
We're
that
selling
6250 800 lot in the ES. Running away from it right now.
selling off here in the Nasdaq. Just tapped on some new lows. 22,744 just printed. ES a little bit lagging to 62.43, about 17 points to the lows there. Nasdaq definitely the heavier of the two.
Yeah, is this a
More in-
Tesla sell-off? They're making the Nasdaq because
Sure.
spoos are holding.
Yes, they are. I don't have a Tesla quote right now, but we will pull that up. I think you're on
I
something
got
there,
you.
Michael.
So,
Down new high.
you know, Nvidia's
new highs.
down 2.7%. Tesla's down 4.5%. That's going to put a drag on the Nasdaq.
Look at this. Okay. Nice catch there. Dow's making new highs. ES is making new lows right now. Nasdaq making new lows. Dow making new highs. ES is pretty much stuck in the middle now, but this is a very nice catch there, Eddie. We got a lot going on here. New lows in the Nasdaq, 22,734. Now 733's print and still cooking.
Nvidia's selling off right now.
Nvidia is? Okay.
Yeah.
Nvidia selling,
More
yeah.
room to the downside.
Huh.
I think we're
Yeah.
still going.
Is that still above
Palantir
100?
down 4.3%.
153 MP.
153. I got out at 98 or something like that. Bought it at 100, went down. I'm like, I'm not gonna get into this one long. It's just a retail. It's a retail stock. Everybody likes it. Retail likes it.
Well, it looks
I
pretty
got
good
a
at
half
90 right
of my Robinhood yesterday, though. That was nice. About that
Nice trade. Nice investment.
4
you
months
should say.
ago.
Nice
100
nice
and some percent
investment.
return.
Not bad.
I
Shout
do,
out to Vlad.
want to answer a question in here. I see some people asking in the chat. Can you still use Quantower? With Quantower platform, right? You can connect your Project X or TopTap X connection, so you can still use Quantower.
They have some other platforms that they're going to be announcing that are kick-ass. They'll connect to them as well.
That's nice.
That's coming. But what's really coming is new features or improvements that if you're missing like alerts, hey, my platform has alerts, you guys don't have alerts. Stuff like that is like feature priority. Like, hey, they have that over here. So basically, they'll have a couple of those, like the bracket orders, ATMs that's coming, contract limits. So again, we're gonna slow you down. We're not gonna like we're gonna help you slow yourself down. You said it on your own. Like if you came into 150K combine and you can trade 15 lots, you can set it so
Order
3.
filled.
I want to trade 3 ES and 10 NQ micros. You know, you can do that, and it keeps you within there. I highly recommend that one. It's a great feature. It comes out within weeks, along with the bracket orders, along with alerts. So that'll be cool.
Absolutely.
The ones I'm really contributing to, Dakota, and I want Coach Jay and you guys to be chiming in too. Risk management assistance features. There's a lot of ways that we can, again, help. I have this new thing, and I want to run it by you guys.
What's you got?
You can already symbol block. I don't want to trade. I don't want to trade gold. I don't want to trade Bitcoin. I don't want to be distracted by those. And I don't even want to have the ability to trade. You can block those. You can say I want to trade U.S. session only.
Order
I
filled.
want my average winner to be $100. My average loser to be $50. 2-to-1. And you can set this whole. You can. Yeah. Here we're selling off.
Where was
You
this
set the whole
activate?
thing, and then you're trading within that.
New low is still selling off here. Dakota, I know you're targeting 22,700. We got about 30 points to go there. Last trade, 22,725. ES still lagging. Dow stronger. Go ahead, Dakota.
Yeah, we're picking up speed and momentum to the downside. Yeah, I see 22,700s coming into play pretty quick. But let me make sure I understood that right, MP. You can set up like a risk reward and a win percentage parameters, and you trade within those parameters on the platform.
Yeah. So right now, as the markets are moving wild right now. Maybe you have a problem in NQ. I don't want to trade NQ anymore, but I need to watch it. Okay, you can watch it, but you can symbol block it. Things like that. This will pop up before each trading day, and then you can remove it so you never see it again too. It's a trading plan risk management assistance. And it'll basically highlight, yesterday you set it at, you want to trade ES only, block me on NQ, not have more than 25 trades in a day, risk only $100, risk $100 to make 200. And when you make $500 in profits, you're locked out for the day. You can set that. You want a personal daily loss limit at 500. You can set that within the parameters of the trading combine you get, or the XFA or the live. Within there, you can set all this. So then you start each day knowing what your risk is, and it's just going to help you. And eventually you'll be like, hey, liquidate me and call it a day, or just notify me. All this stuff is really, really, really helpful. Like, I like indicators. I like charts. Guys, we need risk management assistance the most. You'll hear me preach that from now till the end. Now that we have the ability to create a roadmap on Top Step X, you'll hear me preach that consistently, because the more we get that, Coach Jay is locked in $1,000. He can't lose that. So, it's impossible for him to lose that right now. Unless now he can't even lose that. He can go get another combine. He can go trade on his personal account. Sure. But right here at Top Step, he locked in $1,000 that can't be touched. 500. Okay, fine. Yeah. You were at 1,000. You went down to 500. Yep. Okay. You locked in 500. Yeah. And that to me is helping people put more in their pocket. So yeah, sure. I'm going to lean towards the company, towards something that helps people be better at what they're doing. It leans into our mission of turning people who trade into better traders with healthier habits. If I can help you keep more money in your pocket, it's good for Top Step in the long run. It's definitely good for you in the long run, because that's your ideal state, is to keep more in your pocket. That's the goal, not just here trading on whatever. So given all that, risk management assistance. Those are the features that I want to hear.
Where was this when we first started, Michael? Where was this when we first started?
What the hell?
22,000. Yeah, sure. Would have been a hell of a lot richer. 22,717 just printed 716 new lows in the Nasdaq. Again, ES reluctantly pushing lower here. We're closing in on those 22,700s. About 11 points to go in the Nasdaq. Take a look at crude creeping a little higher, $65.55. Let's bring in JD. I want some stats. I've seen you in a minute, JD. Got live P&Ls, got some funded payouts. JD, come on in here. What's up, my man?
What's up, Andre? Welcome back. Great to have you. Love your energy on the show. Unmatched anywhere. All right, guys. Yesterday's best live funded P&Ls. Here they are. Pro ball trading coming from some of these guys. Guan C, he's number 18 on the big board right now. Pulled almost $40,000 out of the Nasdaq yesterday. Big day for Guan trading the Nasdaq. Next up, we got Braden, 15,728 trading micro gold, micro Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq. Ryan L, $11,000 trading the ES. Caleb also trading the ES and the NQ, mixing it up between a couple different markets there. And Augustine, $6,657 trading the S&P yesterday. Pro ball trading from these real live funded traders here at Top Step. All right, top 5 live funded payouts from yesterday. Couple of traders lying in their pockets with money they earned from the live markets. Romeo, 11,500. Timothy, $5,000. Shane, 4,400. Milton, 4,200. And Paul B, 2,100 bucks. More pro ball traders right there lining their pockets with money they pulled out of the real life markets. Ding ding.
Hey, JD, did you know? I don't know if you know the stat. Most of the top 1,000 best XFA folks, it was like that. All what was it? Out of the same data set from January till now, those that made the top 1,000 best trading performance on that on a leaderboard, 85% of them are on Top Step X.
Top Step X.
80%.
Yes, I saw all those stats.
Yeah, 80% of the live folks are on Top Step X. Again, I just wanted to say, like, if you're putting up more money, because those are the top of the leaderboards and those that make it to the furthest, that's the platform they're using. We got to lean into that platform as a company. It's going to only be good for us to manage your experience even better, and for you to develop your skills quicker and dial in and get yourself funded, get yourself to a payout, and get yourself taking consistent payouts. So those 3 steps: get yourself funded, get funded, stay funded, and take consistent payouts. That's what you're looking here to do, not jump around to whatever new offering is out there. Get funded, stay funded, and take consistent payouts.
Name of the game, pro ball trading. Dakota, we got close. Got close to those 22,700s. Got about 2 points away. Did you take the long? Did you get in there? Did you?
No, I'm gonna wait for more structure. Like, this is the first reaction, the first breakdown. We finally picked direction after sitting here for about an hour. So I'm gonna wait and see if there's more market structure around this 700 level. Maybe we get a pullback to short. Yeah, this market could start to get even uglier. We said Tesla's down big, Nvidia start to sell off. Let's see if this is gonna hold a support or if we're gonna fail through and break. We talk about it all the time. Up like a staircase, down like an elevator.
Is this profit taking? Because when I go back to April 7th, I always remember this, when Jim Cramer thought it was going to be a Black Monday. It was my birthday. And I'm like, wow, markets are getting really slippery Sunday night. And then April 7th is Monday. And we firmed up.
We got a tweet.
And we've been
firmed up. We
got the tweet. We got the tweet that Monday morning. Just buy it.
Yep.
That's a really funny tweet. Somebody was like, wow, Trump really called the bottom. It's like, yeah, of course he did.
Well, yeah. He can do that. It's a great time to
he can do that.
I mean, you've had a handful of big pullback days, but nothing that's ever taken away from just ripping. Is it all-time highs?
Right.
I think
we're at all-time highs. I think what we're seeing is we got a lot of data coming out this week.
Order filled.
Tariff headline. We've been up 6 straight days in the S&P, so it wouldn't be surprising to see things cool down a little bit.
CNBC had the tariffs. Johnny and Jack, and I know you guys follow stuff closely. These tariffs is it bringing in
order
revenue? They were talking about how much revenue it's bringing in.
$100 billion.
And the whole goal of this was to bring in revenue, but also to make things fair and balanced. They're signing deals, and things are looking like, I don't
Well,
know.
just
they
so we're
are
clear, like
reporting that it's
whether you're for it or against it, that revenue
Order
is paid
filled.
by either the producers or the consumers.
Order
Yes.
filled.
Well, yeah,
So I mean, it is
yeah.
whether you believe it or not, it is a tax. So we'll see. Things seem to be going fine so far. Hopefully, they get the deals set and kind of get back to normal. 'Cause,
And
like that money
Why
doesn't
not?
come from like
We were paying the
trades.
we were paying the tariffs before, so
Alrighty, chat. That was, as you can see, that is the result of crashing out. That was a crash out. So, all of these 50k combines, there was like 90 cents left, so it was pretty much dead. Yeah, as you can see, I had the initial correct bias and trade perspective. I was hesitant. I'll be honest with you. There was an aspect of, yeah, let me wait until there's a further confirmation on the 3-minute. But as you can see, that 3-minute, has gone way past out me, and I wasn't going to enter at this area here, reducing sort of the risk to reward. Something like that doesn't 1 to 1.2. It completely ruins my trading strategy and my effective strike rate and win loss statistics. So I didn't want to take that later entry at that point. So just plain and simple, I missed the entry. I got kind of salty. As you saw, I tried to take the counter trend trade, and I lost that, and I lost that, and I lost that. Didn't manage my risk properly. I've got these 2 XFAs here for the 150k combines that I can try and trade for the rest of this session. That is a potential, but realistically speaking, everything's just shooting down horribly. Apparently the market is quite dumping, and like we said earlier, actually, this pretty funny. The initial perspective of the trade idea was to short at this premium area. See, anything above the 50% is that premium area. So anything in here, more ideal for shorts, and anything in this area is sort of more ideal for longs. And so we can't really take any ideally, if we want to do longs, we can sort of look at something in this area. Like right now might be a potential long, but the best opportunity for a long at this point in time would be at this protected structure here, which might take a hot minute to get to. And so something like that, or if we see anything on the lower time frame, if this recent break of structure creates a protected low, and at this protected low we have the counter trend criteria, so the double bottom with a bit of inducement, we can take a long from there. That's always a potential, but that would be very short-lived because it's a counter trend, obviously lower probability and whatnot, so it could be something like that. But yeah, sorry chat. Well, that is what we're working with now. It's quite unfortunate. Whilst we are on stream, let's have a look on the 100 tick. It's still giving us short opportunities. It's respecting every sort of protected high here has been respected. Even this section here has been respected. It did come up to it, but it did respect it. So realistically speaking, yeah. It's a shame, man. Like, I literally sat there waiting for it, and it came, and I just couldn't enter. I did, honestly, this trade here, I had a bit of fear. For my personal record, I had a bit of fear. Just, I don't know, my mental has just been a bit bit hard lately, so it was hesitant, missed it, and the FOMO revenge trade, revenge, blew the 50k combines, plain and simple, which is not good. So yeah. Anyways, I am for this 150k. Looks like this is giving us maybe a long opportunity here potentially. And we'll see how it fares out. It kind of is just respecting that area though. I want to see a change of character here though. Change of character before taking a long. Maybe. I'm quite tempted to take a trade, but probably not the best idea right now. Considering just blowing those 50k combines. But if price comes down here, I will take, you know what, I'm just gonna limit buy right there. Limit buy, and we're gonna set a risk 30. What? How many ticks? Let's have a look. Something like that. Hold on, Tato. Wait. I sort of want to get it invalidated pretty soon, so something like that. 20. Let's just do 20. 45. Let's add a 5 in there. By 5, so that's 50. 50 times 2. Okay, 50 times 2 is 100. Times 20 points is 2,000. So 2,000. So if I want to increase that by 500, I want to increase by maybe about 30%. That I'm gonna do that. 62 times 2 times 2 times 20 points looks good to me. Bang. Okay, so 2,500, and I'm gonna try to go for the, what do I need? 2,000, 6,500. Bang. And so what would that be? So I'm missing 2.5 to make 6.5. So it'll be about, maybe like that, 2.8. Just to reward. Yeah, 2.85 I think. I'm honestly just full pointing these combines. Man, I'm tilted. Honestly. Yep, that was my opportunity there. Missed the short. And I tried counter trading those without confirmation as well. So yeah, not the greatest. Let's see if the 100 tick is telling us a story. Yep, it's respected this protected high a few times. Still means it's bearish, which is not good for me. High chance for it to return and continue bearish. So yeah, I'm kind of just punting really badly here, man. I'm just triggered. But you know, this would be somewhat sticking to a counter trend trade plan. Let's hear what they say.
Go ahead, Johnny. What are you doing?
Well, we're short 3
Short
micro
gold.
gold. I want to see it hold the IB low 33.5790. So we are going to put our 57.90. We're going to put our CYA at 59. See if we can see some continuation to the downside here. There's a lot of longs in this market after last night's rally. So we're going to see if we can take advantage of that.
Okay. And how's it count short? 3 micro gold for 33.57.90. Last trade. Is that true? Right? Is that right, Hogue? 57.90s?
33.56.
56. Thank you, sir. Okay. The money. 33.56. See if Crew can push lower here. Bit of a bounce in the ES. Michael, get something up your sleeve on the tip of your tongue. What do you got? I know you got something.
I got to roll out. I got
Okay.
flight lessons.
That's right. How's that going, by the way? How's that going?
I had an hour and a half in the simulator yesterday. Dude, Aspen Middle School has a simulator, and then they have all these pictures of these like 8th graders.
Where do you live?
My first solo.
Where do you
and
live?
like real plane. I'm like, holy
Nice.
cow. Yeah, so they have aviation classes in high school. Long story short, I was in the middle school yesterday doing that. But I did do a real takeoff and landing a week before that. So I got to keep going twice a week to stay in the know. I was supposed to study. I did not study. We had this big release today, so I had to get caught up in all that. Our big announcement today, and I get caught up on all that. So I did not study the weather stuff that he asked me to study. I don't know.
Oh, you got to study the weather.
Michael, all I can say is make sure you exercise good risk management.
Oh yes, 100%. Yes, that's what they're teaching. That's what they're teaching us. And guess what? They have a checklist you should follow before you start the plane, before you even take off, while you're taxiing, all that kind of stuff to get you in comfortable. You know, so the sim is a great place to learn too, Johnny. That is what he says and recommends. But we are getting out in a real plane in 30 minutes from now.
Wow. Good job. Very, very cool. All right, Michael. Thanks for jumping on here. Coming to the top of the hour. All right, Michael. Go fly. Stay safe in that. You are wild, man. That airplane.
Later in
all right, Michael.
Take some footage.
Yeah,
I like the shorts in the Nasdaq still. Push lower.
Looking good, Dakota.
I mean, we're going. We're going.
We are 22,689 now, about 7 points from the lows. ES still
190
reluctant
offer
to
at
go.
75. Sorry, 190 bid. 190 bid.
Oh, on the bid. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. Let's go see if we can get that. Let's trade 690.
Any of our aviation folks in chat, do they have black boxes on Cessnas? I'm just asking for no particular reason.
Flyer Jim, where are you?
Yeah, where's Flyer Jim?
Where's Flyer Jim?
Good call. We're saying no. We're saying no. No, they do not. Wow. Resounding no. Oh, wow. We're a little light on the likes. Please click like, follow, subscribe. Come on. We're light. We got Dakota in the house. We got Jay in the house. We got Jack. We got Eddie. We got Hogue. Man, I saw Vince is taking some trades in there.
There's a valid short here in the Nasdaq for new lows.
There
You could show. I'm looking to. We're already new lows right there.
Yeah, we got that 200 lot on the 675 bid, closing in on it. 8 points to go.
All the other equity markets are holding up pretty well. It's just the Nasdaq getting sold off right now. I think we're still seeing Nvidia getting sold off here.
Yeah, Nvidia and Tesla Tech.
And Tesla, yep.
Filled. 109 times. Filled.
Yep.
Lows, 22,674.
Nvidia, Tesla, Meta.
Well, over the wire here, Trump says that Doge is going to take a look at Musk and Tesla, so we might see that
Wait a
movement
minute.
in Tesla here.
All right. Yep.
Hunter has become the hunted.
Indeed,
right.
Jack.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's incredible. I see the end remarks to reporters. We'll see. Yep. Oh yeah.
You don't
You're
believe me?
not-
Come on.
No, I do. It's
Not-
just full circle.
minute.
Full circle. Let's see if we can keep pushing lower here in the Nasdaq. ES just stubborn right now. ES, we're gonna stay here at 62.36. We ain't going. Now 62.37 is trade. Still 10 points from the lows of there. Dow continue to stay strong. 50-50 on the tilt across the board. Top of the hour in 1 minute. Absolutely incredible. Those headlines, Eddie. Absolutely incredible. Let's see if we can sell this thing off in crude. Holding up right now. Gold, 33.50.
IV low as we speak. Let's see some sellers come in. Oh, a little Tape bomb there.
Yeah, what do you
Go for
got?
Let's
What
go. Turn around. Let's go.
Every
think the ES
bounce on
500
Nasdaq being sold off.
Still haven't breached that
Now it's
support in the
sell the
ES.
pop.
Sell the pop.
Andre, we gotta get Michael to give us his tail number, whatever else, so we can kind of have a
Track
flight
it.
radar. We can like put it in the
Middleware.
corner like Powell.
Incredible. Tracking them. Swooping in and out of the mountain. All right. It looks like the Nasdaq wants to go give these lows a test again. About 6 points to go there. That'd be hilarious, Jack. 22,678.
Yep, new
Let's
lows.
just print it. Yep. Come on, ES.
Almost
What's taking
200
so long?
points off the high from the regular trading hour session. 850s, right around 850. What was that high? 848. About 200 points down, almost straight down too. See if we get a bounce at 650s here.
One of these grinds lower. You said VIX is under 17, Jack. Did I hear you say that? VIX is just not doing a whole
Well,
heck of a lot.
now it's a little above 17.
Okay. All right. Got London close in 29 minutes. 29. What do we have on tap for today on Top Step TV? Man, oh man, a lot coming at us already. Oh, excellent, excellent. We got dorm room trader Paul K with JD and Gabe. Of course, we got morning recap with Hogue. Don't miss that. Then lunchbox trading. Alex Ferrer will be joining myself. Then we got Hogue, Anne Marie, and Deanna. And back to the futures with CRV trades, Dolby, and myself. Get a load of this guy. You got to check this one out. And then we got Power Hour, myself, Baron, Jaron. Oh, Jaron's making an appearance. Dolby time. And we got Coach Jay, Coach Paul for At the Buzzer, and Coach Dakota. So, Marcus, I have to ask, Power Hour reversal challenge on Friday. Who won? Who got the day off?
Mr. Dolby
I
time.
was not there.
Dolby.
Oh, Dolby.
Dolby
Yeah.
time.
Dolby, yeah.
Wow, you guys
Dolby,
win.
right.
Dolby won.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Dolby won.
James
time when
was Andre. James was right. It was a close tie to the very end.
no
And props to James. James did a great
Oh, yeah.
job.
Dolby
Yeah, he did.
time. Wow, when it
He
matters.
should
When
have
it
got a
matters.
half a day for being.
Oh man, nice job. Very very cool. Yeah, stakes were ratcheted up. Everyone's bringing their A game. Oh man, people are fired up. Dow making new highs. Dow just pushing higher. 44,708 last trade. There's new highs. S&P's caught a pop. 6240. We got a dichotomy going here. Nasdaq heavy. Dow strong. S&P's cannot figure out which way to go. How do you trade? How do you trade the ES? All right, ES pushing higher here.
I mean, it's been
62.40.
following the range pretty well, actually. If I, was a little more aggressive, I think a lot of people are looking at sort of that 6250 to 6230 range, and we're kind of just
Yeah.
shopping around inside it.
Here we are. We still got this short in right here, right now in gold. Short and crude.
Yeah,
Another
we're-
all-day crude trade. Another all-day crude trade. Man, oh
Yeah,
man.
pretty much. 802 is when we put it on.
What has happened? 802, a solid 2-hour trade. Again, London close in about 27 minutes. 27 minutes. Gold wants to go. Right now, Dow, definitely the strongest. All right, I'm right. Eddie, you've been kicking ass on the headlines, left, right, and center. I don't know how you do it, my man. Come on in. What else you got to tell us? I need some announcements. Hit me, Eddie. What's up?
Announces, yes. Well, let's start out with our good friend, Mr. Trust Pilot. We've been talking about this a lot lately. It's only because here at Top Step we thrive on feedback. So please, if you haven't left us a review here on Trustpilot, we encourage you to do so. We're going to put that link here in the chat. So keep that up there. Thank you very much. Leave a review here. But while you're there, be sure to tell us what you think, how we're doing. We can always improve, and remember, we do improve. We do have improved because we have the ability to. So also, here's a biggie. Sit down, get ready to get your July started off on the right foot. It is July 1st. And we're bringing in Mind Coach Robin Dane. Robin is back at Top Step TV, ready to take on more of your questions. If you've been struggling with your trading and looking for help, Robin is your go-to. Start brainstorming those questions now, and then be back here tomorrow, July 2nd at 1 p.m. for trading Psych with Robin Dane. So tomorrow, 2nd of July, 1 p.m. Central Time, trading Psych with Robin Dane. That's what I've got. Back to you, Andre.
Man, I love her. Everyone sit up straight when she comes on. Everyone sit up straight. She's not playing around. Pretty much commandeers
boss.
this segment. Next question. I'm not done. She brings it. She
Next
brings the
question.
goods. Absolutely love her. Again, tomorrow, 1 p.m.
And I stay here all day.
Yep. She leaves when she wants to leave. Still more buying here in the ES 62.44. 9 points off the highs there of 62.53. Nasdaq just not convinced quite yet. Dakota, any levels? You've been very, very patient today, Dakota.
Yeah, still nothing. We had that sell off. There's maybe some short scalp opportunities. I'm looking for better
Order filled.
looking for better setups. We're seeing some buyers step in, but I think these buyers are short-lived, and I think we can continue to push lower.
New high down, new high Russell.
Wow.
Fell downside R
Yeah,
class
we're definitely
Ps.
seeing some rotation here. I'm noticing a lot of like the AI heavy stocks are getting pounded today. Maybe some profit taking going into stuff. Interest rates coming down is great for the Russell. Still won't touch that as an investor with a 30-foot pole.
Let's a little selling here in the Nasdaq. Did top out around 22,718. Keeps fighting up against these 700s. 22,700 last trade there.
That 22,700 is the 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart. Kind of sitting right at it. And if you look at this white line on my screen, if we have my screen up, when we start to trend, the market likes to hold it as a support. So I don't hate maybe potentially starting to look for longs here, but I want to see this 30-minute candle close above that 200 moving average at 22,700. We got 22 minutes on that. So for right now, this is still looking pretty heavy. This would be the first spot I would look to buy again, though, but I'm locked out.
Just like that,
73%
Nasdaq's right
short.
back down to those lows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is 22.6 in question in play here, Dakota?
Yeah.
There we go. New
very
lows.
much.
New lows.
Yeah,
All right,
there
selling
we
is
go.
starting to accelerate.
Ooh.
Yeah, accelerate now in the Nasdaq. 22,660. New lows just printed there. ES finally woke up, seeing some selling there as well. It's 62.36. Definitely Nasdaq leading the way. All right, now the 50s just printed. 22,651. For 600s to the sellers are definitely coming in. We got volume back. Jay, we got volume back in this up as well.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there was just a spike of selling 400 contracts in a second in the Nasdaq there. And yeah, this is pretty.
Woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York session lows.
Yep, real close. 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's killing my gold trade here with the equities falling apart like this.
Okay, so we're through the support that I talked about. Let's see if we get some pukers down here.
Yeah, we touched those 719s, and the sellers just came in and just absolutely smacked it lower, about 90 points or so. Again, 22,625, just bottomed out there. I want to take this.
What a short that was.
Yeah, right when we touched those 719s. NVIDIA tanked badly again. Thank you, Claude. Great job, Claude.
NVIDIA's down 3.8% now.
Anything on the ladder here? You got a 100 lot down below in the Nasdaq around 607, about 24 points there. Look at the ES ladder. Anything on the ES? Now about 50 on the bid, 50 on the S. Hogue, when you say the downside pressure in the equities is killing the, I know what you mean in the gold. What is the correlation there? What are you seeing there? What have we seen in the past, I guess, that would, you say that? My bad. Hogue will be right back in. Got this gold trade on. See if we got more pressure to the downside here in the Nasdaq. 22,636 last trade there. Eddie, what was that tilt we were looking at? We saw some heavy tilts down.
It was gold on the sell side. We're sort of easing off that a little bit. 69% short in gold here right now.
Okay.
That's what I can see here. You're right.
Ooh. A little of an alert there. I like that bell. Nasdaq Looks like the Nasdaq, they're gonna go test some lows again. About 5 points to go there.
Yeah, let's test these
Speaking
lows.
of
Let's get the overnight lows.
speaking of the volume, Andre, that last
Yeah.
3-minute candle was the highest volume we've seen all day, outside of the open. But so sometimes that means reversal, but this doesn't look like it's unsustainable volume either, right? There was about 6,000 contracts traded in that, 7,000 contracts traded in that candle. But this volume looks sustainable, so I would not be looking to personally long this yet. Maybe 600s is in question here. We are seeing some orders down there.
Yep. I see
This looks like great
600s
follow-through
even.
volume.
600 even.
Pressing in on it. Yep. New lows, 22,616. ES kind of woke up. ES still got some room to go. 62.31 last trade there. About 3 points for the overnight low. About a little bit more room to go. Let's see if we go get those 600.
620.
Scouting all this shit up. Okay.
And this is kind
There's
of what I
another
was.
9.7.
I don't know if I should say worried about this morning. Right up, like their step up and then elevator down, and we're starting to see it. I mean, happened really quick. 600s. This will be the next support. 22,600, and if that fails, 400s, 430s.
And yeah, let's go test those. They're reluctant to go right there and touch those 22,719, and boom. Pretty good solid with volume to back it up. ES, someone said poke it with a stick in the chat. I agree. ES doesn't want to get going, but Nasdaq definitely rocking right now. Got a hard lot down there at 607 on the bid. And those orders have been getting filled. It's coming into Euro close, 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Again, house account still short to 5 micro crude from $65.76. And short 3 micro gold from 33.56, which is last trade right here, right now on Top Step TV. 600 likes. And oh man, give us
That's
a like.
bullshit.
Jack said it. It's bullshit. We can do better than that.
Get some
Click
likes.
like. 169,000 subscribers. Be so kind, please. Click subscribe, click notify. Give us the thumbs up or thumbs down. Greatly appreciate it. There we go. Pop.
Hmm.
Come on.
Thursday. There better be some likes on Thursday, though. That's for sure.
What's Thursday, Dakota? What?
Alrighty, chat. Well, if you have a look at the stream, if you watch the stream back, I mean, myself, I've watched the stream back. First, I had a take profit here, and I moved it up higher, which is... it's alright, but it's not the greatest idea to do on counter trend trade. Obviously, on the 100 tick here, the protected high was respected already once, so I don't know why I thought I could break through it, but if you look at the trade history again, I mean, even in the stream, I was looking to reverse that trade, actually. I was looking to reverse it. I hovered it. Watch this. See, as it's going here, I believe I watch it and I hover the reverse button. I don't know why I moved it up. I should have kept it small and tighter. See that? Oh, well, we'll see. At what point do I hover? See, that take profit is right at the tip of this second. Right there. And it did hit it. Look at that. Just ridiculous. 1825. 1825. Oh, it does. I guess it just does miss it by a couple ticks. 2 ticks. Well, that would have been triggering anyways. I should have just automatically closed it. anyways. Well, that is day 39. I blew 5 combines today. Made 280 on the 250k exit phase, but missed this initial short. Took 3 counter trend trades, 4. And yeah, as you can see, the pro trend would have just done amazingly. Pro trend, lower time frame. Trade, well, here's what it is. We just need to improve. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.